okay, ganito line. If you don't have any experience, and if you don't have anything about the company that you can research about, just
Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. So ito na nga ang isa pa sa pinaka-aabangan na collaboration and vlog for this month. 2 weeks ago, it was on October 14 when I asked you guys if you would be interested if I vlog about something related to how you can better ace your interviews, become more confident in answering questions when you're applying to your prospects or roles online. And amazingly, Mars, dun sa post ko na yon, I posted it both on my YouTube community and Facebook page. And it garnered a total of, if di ako nagkakamali, 117. So I posted a question na, okay, so to help us give you more value for this vlog, I asked this question now when it comes to building connections and relationships with your prospects online, what's your single biggest challenge? And ayun na nga, may mga nag-share at nag-comment ng mga tanong nila. And I'm really, really excited. And the person that I've invited to join us here for today is a friend of mine. And isa siyang client relationship coach. She uses the art of seduction to build relationships, to establish rapport sa mga taong namimit niya. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you to my good friend, Saraya Guanzon Ordidario.
yay! Pwede ba ako mag-sound effect ng cheer?
Yes! Panalo! Gusto ko yan!
Siyempre, full support ako sa'yo, Mars. I'm so
Yes.
proud of you, Mars. So, thank you for inviting me to your vlog, and I hope yung mapag-uusapan natin today ay makadala ng tulong at ligaya sa iyong mga viewers.
True. And I want you, Mars, to give them a very quick background of what
Of
you
myself.
do. Kasi gusto ko rin namang ma-realize nila why they should listen to you. And
Yes.
ito guys, ito base, ito talaga, itong content, itong isi-share sa atin ni Mars, Saraya, is something that other people pay for. And she willingly accepted my invitation to share this to you guys for free. And if you have notes or paper there with you, take down notes kasi I'm sure na yung matututunan nyo dito, talagang magagamit nyo when you go out prospecting to your target market.
So, pakilala lang ako. Very, very short intro. I'm Saraya, and currently, I'm also a freelancer like Nikki B. So, we met in one of our mentorship programs sa copywriting. So, I'm a copywriter and also yun nga, sabi niya, client relationship coach. So, I help freelancers have better communication with their clients, communicate better, parang bring out their messages better to the clients without anxiety, heartache, and stress para mas madali silang makaklose ng deals. So, paano ko ginagawa yun? Through the frameworks and techniques na kinombine ko from the art of seduction and human psychology and neuromarketing, neuroscience, gano'n, lahat na. And also my experience as a former relationship coach. So, before I became a freelancer, I was a relationship coach. Yung as in sa mga
Sa
magjowa.
mga couple? Oh, okay.
Yes, today. Yung mga tipong tatawag, yung parang Joe de Mango or hindi, Papa Jack na yata uso ngayon. Papa Jack, saying like, for example, nakipag-break yung ex, tapos gusto makipagbalikan, anong gagawin? Or first date, anong gagawin? Yung mga ganon, online date, anong gagawin? Or heartbroken, yung mga ganon. Yung mga relationship problems. And then, na-realize ko while training and then yung actual na ginagawa ko na yung trabaho while coaching my clients, most of the relationship problems that we have are basically parang 90%, they really boil down to communication. Like communication problems in communication, misunderstandings, hindi nagkakatugma ng hindi nasasabi yung dapat sabihin in a nice way or in a way that would, connect to the other person. Minsan, sarili lang naiisip. Minsan, nami-misinterpret. Yung pinakamalala, yung nami-misinterpret. Yung wala lang emoji yung text, nagtatampo na. Yung mga ganun, di ba?
Oo, totoo.
Oo, di ba? So, my clients, meron mga from the US, from the UK, meron from Asia. So, from all over the world. And you know what, Nikki, what's very interesting is lahat ng mga taong to, kahit sabihin mong galing sila sa first world countries or hindi first world countries like sa atin, they have the same problems when it comes to relating with their significant other or sa partner, which is communication talaga. So what I basically did is, for example, tatanungin ko, ano ba yung huli mong sinabi? 'Di ba? Ano yung sinabi sa'yo
para
ng ex mo?
reverse engineering ka.
Oo, nire-reverse engineer ko to find out saan sila doon parang falling apart. Ano yung nangyari? Ano yung mga nasabi? Usually yan sa ano yung nasasabi. 'Di ba? Tapos ano yung nagawa? And then, yun, parang moving forward, we give them like tips, ano yung pwede nilang gawin una, parang ayusin muna yung sarili nila to remove the, parang yung mga kung ano man yung attachment issues na nag-a-affect sa current relationship nila. May anxiety ba sila kaya sila masyadong clingy, yung mga ganun. So, I really dive into the root of the problem, and then that's the time I try to fix their messaging naman. But yung sarili mo muna ayusin mo, and then that's the time. Kasi if you, di ba may sabi nga na if you go into a problem with the same mindset that created it, you cannot solve the problem.
Tama.
So I start with fixing the mindset of these people, and then that's the time I give them suggestions for the messaging.
And I'm excited, Mars, kasi when you said na you start first fixing the person, I mean the mindset of the person,
mindset.
It felt like na ganun din siguro yung maibabahagi mo ngayon sa
sa
mga
interviews.
Tanong. Oo, sa mga kasi come to think of it, the relationship as a couple and the problem which is communication, same din siya in the professional field. It's a professional relationship, and the interview serves as a medium for communication. Right?
So, anything na may communication ka with a person, even if it's a job interview, even if it's an email with a potential client, diba? The clients that I serve now in my coaching, mga freelancers sila. So, usually they look for their own clients, they reach out on LinkedIn, on Messenger, and it's actually no different from a first date. Actually, the misconception of most people when it comes to relationships, when it comes to applying for jobs, when it comes to getting clients, parang they rely too much on scripts. They rely too much on parang yan, yung mga template, ganon. Tapos parang send to all, di ba? Even, parang kahit sa relationship, pag lalapit ka, dapat ito yung sasabihin mo. Or kahit sa, di ba,
pick up
yung mga
lines,
freelancer. Oo, pick up line na paulit-ulit. And then sa freelancers naman, sa clients nila, parang, hi, good day. It's nice connecting with you. Yung imagine mo, sige sa dating, kunyari ikaw Mars, Nikki, may lumapit sa yung guy. Tapos same pick-up line yung sinabi sa iyo sa sinabi dun sa naunang girl, 'di ba? Parang hindi siya, parang nakakainis, 'di ba?
Parang narinig ko na no sa iba. True.
Parang narinig ko na 'yan. Parang so hindi ka magiging interested. So hindi nagpo-progress into a date. Even the first date, di ba? Parang approach ka pa lang, wala na, busted ka na. Ganun din sa clients. Unang message mo pa lang, actually, kahit networker ka, kahit real estate ka, kahit financial advisor ka, I get pitches all the time in my inbox. Tapos, parang alam mo yon yung paglapit yung agad na i-pitch yung offer.
Ramdam agad, no?
So, ikaw, para okay, bebentahan ako nito, may wall na agad yan. So, ganun din sa job interviews. And yun yung ituturo ko. So, parang yung, ang mangyayari is, we will parang look at how, parang paano siya maiaano sa dating, paano mo siya i-compare sa dating, sa lahat, no? Sa job interviews, sa getting clients.
Parang nakikipag-date ka lang online, no? Sa mga prospects mo, no?
Makikita nyo, hindi nyo kailangan ng script. Basta you learn the proper mindset, you learn the proper framework, and you learn the definition, the real meaning of seduction. Kasi Mars, di ba, pag sinabing seduction, aminin natin, yung mga viewers dyan, pag sinabing seduction, ano agad naiisip nyo? 'Di ba? Parang ano, yung sexual, 'di
Manipulation,
ba?
oo, sexual,
Oo. Or
aakitin mo
sexual yung
siya.
goal. Aakitin mo,
Oo.
manipulate mo, lalandiin mo, i-flirt mo. No,
I-impress
no.
mo,
Impress mo.
gano'n.
No, actually, magugulat kayo. The real definition of seduction,
Hmm.
according to a psychologist, ang meaning ng seduction is find out a person's hidden need and then fulfill it in a way that it's never been met before. Kapag nagawa mo or nabigay mo sa isang tao yung pinaka-need at desire niya, that's seduction. Nasiseduce mo na siya. And
Talaga
hindi niya yun,
ba?
hindi mo kailangan maging pretty, hindi mo kailangan maging sexy, hindi mo kailangan maging mayaman. Anyone can learn the art of seduction. And that's what I teach my coaching clients. And that's what I'm gonna teach today. Paano nyo siya i-apply sa interviews nyo.
Wow, exciting
Diba, yan
when
ang
you
tanong
said
nila.
na anyone can learn it. Kasi parang,
Anyone.
siya it
It's a
doesn't choose
skill.
anong background mo. Like kahit beginner
Yeah.
ka, kahit wala kang experience and stuff.
Exactly. Kasi alam mo, everyone knows how to ask questions, di ba?
Of course, yes.
Everyone knows how to listen. Yun lang. You know how to ask questions, you know how to listen. And then, syempre, kailangan may skills ka rin kahit papaano. Pero yung pagdating sa seduction, what I'm saying is, if you know how to actively listen to someone, yun. Parang that's 90% of it. Listening and finding about the person. Talking is just parang a little part of it. Parang 80% siguro yung listening and researching. 20% is the talking. So, ganun siya.
Awesome. Nice. Okay, eto, na-excite na ako, Mars, because my subscribers sent their questions. And actually,
sige, let's get to the
prepare ko siya, yes, para din, maisa-isa natin to. And gusto ko talaga i-reward yung mga nag-take ng time na mag-post ng questions. Lalo na yung mahahaba talaga, like, ibinuhos talaga nila kung ano yung concern nila.
Actually, Mars, kaya ako rin to ginawa kasi marami ngayon nawala ng trabaho.
Exactly.
Right? During the pandemic. So, I started this mga August. Ang dami talaga nawala ng trabaho. Pero, parang gusto nila mag-freelancing. Andiyan na yung skills nila, andiyan na yung offer nila, alam nila yung market nila. Pero alam mo, ang gagaling nila. Pero pagdating na sa pag-connect sa client, yung unang high pa lang, yung unang anxious na sila. Tapos, wala na scene zone na. So, wala ring kita, wala ring pera. Diba? So, sayang lang yung ginastos nila sa pag-aral ng course, sa pag-aral ng skill. Sayang yung oras nila sa pag-reach out. Meron pa ako nabasa, 5,000 connects na raw siya. Tapos naka 100 lang nag-receive, nag-accept. Tapos isa lang yung nag-book ng call. So, alam mo yun, yung mga clients ko na lumalapit sa akin na nako-coach ko, out of, let's say, 7 connects, 4 dun na they get on a call, yung app.
Wow, ang taas naman ng success rate na yun!
Yeah, pero industry standard, out of 10 connects, for example, magko-connect ka sa Facebook, no? Out of 10 connects, industry standard, 2 lang dyan maka-close deal mo. Pero for my clients, they get 7, out of 7 connects, they get 4. So, halos more than 50%. And that's what I'm gonna teach you. It doesn't have to be hard, guys. You know, hindi... Oo, may secrets lang yan.
Okay. Sige, ito na. Isatanong ko na. Ang pinakauna nating nag-send ng question, si Miss Regine Tanghian. Okay, so sabi niya, "Hi Miss Nikki, I am Regine, a psychology major student." So feeling ko makaka-relate siya dito sa sinasabi mo. From Negros Oriental and an aspiring Amazon seller virtual assistant. I think the biggest problem I could have regarding building connection and relationship to my future prospects online is my nervousness. I know it is kind of normal and everyone have it, but this normal is really kicking me off every time I had interviews or recitations at school. When I'm asked about something, I tend to speak so fast that I can't even remember everything I just said. I am ashamed of it actually because I think it's too obvious. This thing will surely affect my communication process, just like how it is bothering me right now. The good thing is, I am always trying my best to cope with this behavior as taught in school, of course. Yun. So, ang pinaka-core ng kanyang problema is yun. Sobrang nervyos niya ba? Oo.
Nakabahan. Maganda tong question ni Regine. And in fact, in-explain pa niya na kahit sa school, ganun na raw siya, ninenervous siya. Okay. So, siguro kasi wala ako masyadong context kung like naranasan na ba niya na magkaroon ng job interviews, nag-apply or nakakuha ng clients. Pero I'll just make a general ano na lang, parang assumption. Yun na baka tinry na rin yung mag-reach out sa client. Okay, so sabi niya every time I had interviews or so nagka-interviews na siya before. Okay, so Regine, sometimes the cause of nervousness and anxiety, what we call in dating anxiety approach, yung kapag takot kang lumapit, is the fear of rejection. Okay? So, in recitation sa school, you fear that you'll be laughed at. You fear that you'll be rejected. So, alamin mo saan nanggaling yung fear na yun. And it's good that you're identifying na parang naano mo siya na galing siya sa school. So, baka may isang time na nag-recite ka na pinagtawanan ka. So, alamin mo yun. And then, parang you have to really process that na, okay, so hindi na ako yung same na estudyante na yun. Mas marami na akong skills ngayon, mas marami na akong alam. So you have to separate yourself from that parang past experience that is triggering your fear and your nervousness, your anxiety. So you have to really dig into the root. Saan galing yung anxiety mo? Kung yun ay nag-recite ka ng grade 3, pinagtawanan ka, or sinabi ng teacher na bobo ka, mali ka, you have to parang get into terms with that and separate yourself from that experience. Na, okay, I'm not that grade 3 student anymore. I'm Regine and I'm an Amazon VA, tama ba? Amazon seller, virtual assistant. And ito yung mga kaya kong gawin. So, confidence comes from knowing na you have value. Na you have something to give someone. For example, ako, hindi naman ako ganito ka-confident before. Like, grabe talaga yung anxiety ko. I've also experienced job interviews. I've experienced messing up job interviews. But when I studied yung art of seduction, and yun nga yung bottom line lang is everyone has needs. Everyone has desires. And once you fill those needs, they will they will be more interested in you and they will want to get to know more about you. Kahit sa dates, kahit sa job interviews, kahit looking for clients. Now, how do you connect that with removing your nervousness? Kasi yun yung number one issue ni Regine. You have to know muna what your worth is. Okay, so I don't know kung ano na yung scope ng skills ni Regine as an Amazon seller virtual assistant. But let's say you have experience now. You have 1 year experience or months of experience. Regine, make an inventory of your skills. Hindi lang sapat na resume. Dapat talagang alam mo ano yung skills mo and ano na yung nairesulta mo para sa iba. Okay. So, for example, example ko na lang sarili ko kasi hindi ako masyadong familiar sa Amazon VA seller. So, for example, if I were to speak to you today na wala akong alam sa ginagawa ko, syempre kakabahan ako kasi hindi ko alam paano ko i-meet yung needs nyo, di ba? Pero dahil marami na akong natulungan na that had real results, that were able to close deals, book clients with premium rates like $3,000, $7,000 na yung pinaka-latest na book na client because of the techniques that I taught. So, you gets nyo, parang it's not about you eh. It's not about you, how you speak. It's not about how you look. It's not about your past. It's not about who you are. It's really about the value that you can bring to these people. So, confidence does not come from outside. Confidence is not something that you learn. Confidence is not a skill na para kailangan pa mag-Toastmasters or something. John Robert Powers. It can help, yes. Pero it can only bring you so far. Real confidence comes from knowing that you have this something that this person needs. Okay? So if it's an Amazon seller that you're talking to, what are the skills? What is the value? What are the results that I can bring to the table to this person? Kumbaga kunyari, naparesulta ko na before, may Amazon seller na ako naparesulta before, and na-test ko na-test yung process ko na it works, 'di ba? I'm not sure how it works for you guys, pero for example, ganun. And then pag mag-a-apply ako, I now have this confidence in me.
Tama.
So, you need me. Kasi nervousness comes from the mindset that I need this job. Right?
True, tama.
Parang,
it's another way around, no?
Diba? Parang, yeah, I can't blame people because it's a pandemic, it's a crisis. So people really need money. But before you go into an interview, you have to remove that mindset na I need this. Why? Because desperation can be sensed by the interviewer. When you're too needy, when you're too desperate, parang sa manliligaw, right, Nikki?
Yes,
diba?
oo naman. Alam pag desperate ka.
Pag lalapit sa'yo, tapos super desperate na, uy, saan ka bukas? Uy, di ba parang ang weird? Yung parang, yung kung ano nung tinatanong, na parang desperate na talaga. Pero yung kapag alam mo na parang, uy, parang cool, chill lang to di ba? So, you have to be comfortable muna with yourself, knowing that you're confident enough na, you have this something to offer them. So, my unang mindset number 1, come to the interview as a consultant. Like, parang kasi pag feeling mo consultant ka, nagkakaroon agad yun ng confidence na they need me. I have the skills that they need para mag-profit pa yung company nila. I have the skills that they need para mas mabawasan yung time nila na ini-spend, whatever, kung anong results man yan. But you have to be honest, you have to be genuine na yun talaga yung kaya mo.
And I couldn't agree more, Mars, kasi when you come as a consultant with that kind of mindset, parang pareho kayo, you're equal professionals na dealing with one another.
Lalo na dito sa freelancing, you're not an employee. If you're gonna be a freelancer, remember, you're not an employee. You're like a business partner. You're a business owner. You own your own freelancing business. So when you go into an interview or you talk to a client, you have to look at it like you're a consultant or you're a business partner. So, parang mangyayari nun, you're not trying to impress them. Kasi nervousness, whether in dating or in clients or in job interviews, it comes from the fact that you feel you have to impress people. And when you have to impress people, it comes from a mindset that you're not being genuine, that you have to be this someone that you're not. You have to be, you have to be great, you have to be cool.
Diba?
Oo, parang you have to be parang macho, you have to be sexy. No. The seduction is all about finding out what's your superpowers and how you can fill that need of the person using your own unique superpowers. So yun din yung binibring out ko sa mga coaching clients ko. After the mindset fix, I bring out their superpowers. Ito yung superpower mo. This is how you can approach your client, and make your offer yummy. Yun yung term ko dun.
Wow, I love it. Yummy.
Coco Martin, yummy.
Maging yummy marketer. And to add lang, Marsa, kasi karamihan din ng lumalapit sa akin are people who were inspired to join the ASVA Masterclass because they saw my vlog. So basically, wala talaga silang background when it comes to working with Amazon clients. But now that you've mentioned na confidence have to come from within by knowing your value. Ito lang, ma-share ko lang, guys, sa mga nanonood nito. I hope this will help. Na this kind of mindset, isipin nyo you already invested into something, into a training program prior to having a client. Because you believe in that program so much that it could help you deliver the results that your client wants, which are Amazon sellers. Kahit wala pa kayong client. So, nandun na kagad yung dedication. I mean, if they will hear about it, yung prospects nyo, iba yung dating sa kanila na ang galing nitong taong to na parang she was so dedicated, serious, and really committed about giving the best results to her clients na pinag-aralan niya talaga, like nag-invest ka pa sa isang training program so that you could apply that into their business. And masabi ko lang, as Amazon seller VAs, guys, hindi tayo VAs lang. Why? Because eto lagi ko sinasabi, we freaking find them winning products that they can sell on their platform. Meaning, kahit hindi ka na nila VA, once maparank nyo yun, once na maging cash cow nila yun, kumikita na yun, with or without you. Imagine that.
That value, diba?
Diba? I mean,
magkanong kinikita nila doon every single month, diba?
Exactly. Parang
and they just paid you for what, 1 month of that?
Diba? Oh, let's say they just paid you $1,000 or $2,000 every month for, let's say, for 6 months hanggang sa pinalakad niyo yun, hanggang sa nilaunch yung product niyo.
And then magkano usually kinikita nila doon, Mars?
Well, it depende kasi yan sa niche.
Price
but
nung ano.
Ito
can you give an example para mas maging concrete sa kanila?
For my client
Oo.
Niche. Ang pinakamababa ko nakikita was $38,000 per day.
Per day?
Yes.
And then usually, can you give me like a ballpark figure of how much an Amazon VA can earn in a month?
Dati ang ano ko lang noon was nasa $1,000. But now we're seeing a lot of per month. But now, dun sa community, we're seeing other people hitting their six-figure income,
Wow.
handling multiple Amazon VA clients. Yes, because that's possible. And kung may mga clients na gusto full-time ka, may clients na gusto tawag dito, part-time ka or flexi-time ka. So, depende talaga yun sa ano nyo sa usapan
Depende sa
nyo.
sipag.
Oo, depende sa sipag saka sa usapan nyo. Saka yun nga, may mga Amazon clients na, okay, sa umpisa wala pa tayong product, $5 ka lang muna. Pero ang promise nila is kapag pag nakahanap talaga ng cash cow, dun sila babawi sa'yo. Dun ka magkakaroon. Wow, yung nagbibigay ng share, ng commission sa sales. May ganon. So, yun lang naman yung gusto ko i-share na, guys, ito yung value na nabibigay nyo. Oo, sa seller.
Thank you so much, Nikki, for making. Kasi yun sometimes you have to really see the numbers. So I computed it while Nikki was talking. If an Amazon seller earns $38,000 a day, I multiplied it by 25. Oo, 25 na lang, hindi na 30 ha. Kasi syempre hindi naman everyday may sales yan eh. Minsan nagpapatay ng ads, 'di ba? 950K. So sabi mo ng 1 million kaya, 'di ba? 1 million a month. $1 million a month per seller. And ang bibigay lang niya sa'yo is $1,000. Diba? Mahihiya ka pa bang mag-charge ng worth mo? Will you go to an interview na kinakabahan ka when this is the value that you put, this is the money that you give to their pockets, right? That it's gross, yes, kasi syempre babawas mo pa yung FB ads and the cost of goods sold. Let's say 1/4 na lang nun yung profit nila. Let's say out of $1 million, they get 250K. Wow, 250K yun. Without your help, hindi nila yun kikitain. Kaya guys, you see that where the confidence comes from. I'm an Amazon VA and I can help you earn at least $200,000 a month. Do you want that or not? You know what? Kaya tayo kinakabahan, kaya we feel we need to impress because we just look at it as a job. We just look at it as like a $3 per hour, a $10 per hour where I do this, do that. Parang you just you look at your job as a checklist, but when you look at the value you're bringing to your client, like wow, 'di ba? Parang $1 million a month ang pwede nilang kitain gross and they just give you $1,000. 'Di ba? Parang dapat pa nga sila pa yung mahiya sa'yo. Di ba? So, nagigets nyo? Ngayon, when you apply for a job as an Amazon seller, with a VA, with that mindset, will you still feel nervous na you know that you're bringing that kind of value to someone? But, later on, siguro pag may mga questions about yung sa mismong job interview, i-discuss ko yung about being genuine and how to answer specific questions.
Ay, meron tayong mga gano'n. Meron tayong paano kung wala daw silang experience, like they have to be honest daw ba?
Gusto ko yung question na yan.
Yes. Grabe, first question pa lang, Mars. Grabe.
Ang dami na, no?
Ang dami na nilang Guys, ha?
Oo. Feeling ko abot ng 3 hours tong discussion.
Ano kayanin ng ng
pwede
memories
naman mag-part to Mars.
Pwede naman.
Mars, diba? Pwede naman mag-part to.
Oo naman, Diyos ko. Eto, next. Question to from Lime Sigwa. Tama ba? Sorry if I mispronounce your name, but yeah. Sabi niya, hi Miss Nikki. Thanks for your wonderful question, Char. Right now, I'm planning to apply as an Amazon FBA specialist, account manager, and I'm currently in the process of building connections online. So perfect timing. Biggest challenge for me is my anxiety, lalo na introvert akong tao. And I'm not that fluent in English. No experience of freelancing and Amazon VA. I only have training, which is yung ASVA masterclass. I don't know paano ako mag-stand out sa dami ng competition. Paano ko sila maa-attract sa offer ko and mapapa-yes sa desired rate ko. But ako ang pipiliin sa dami ng available na Amazon VA with lots of experience.
Ganda ng question niya. Actually, yan din yung karamihan ng mga tinatanong ng mga coaching clients. Paano pag wala akong experience? So they have this imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome meaning parang paano pag nalaman nilang wala akong experience? Tapos yun na, doon na nagkaka-anxiety, doon na kinakabahan. So, doon naman yung cause ng anxiety sa imposter syndrome. But Nick, ganito lang yan. So, meron ako i-share na framework that I used when I also applied in jobs before. So, nung nag-freelancing ako, I started out, hindi pa ako yung kumukuha ng clients. I started out applying with agencies as a copywriter. So, kwento ko yung ginawa ko. So, number 1, research. So you have to research. So number one, research mo kung ano yung company na yan. Look at their social media, look at their websites, look at the LinkedIn of the CEO, the owners, di ba? Why is it important to research? Kasi sa dating ganun din. Like, if you know more about the person you're talking to, mas marami kang magiging pang small talk.
True.
Kasi di ba yung
Marami kang
isang sabi
bala.
niya sa question, yes, marami kang bala. Isang sabi niya sa question niya, introvert siya, hindi siya fluent in English. Tapos challenge siya kanya yung anxiety niya. So parang paano mo nga naman sisimulan yung conversation? So the research, that's where research will come in. And later on, I'll also explain anong pa yung isa pang benefit ng research sa job interview nyo na mas malaki yung chances to get into that job. So ano yung mga pwede nyong i-research? Like, ano yung mga mission, vision ng company? What do they, ano yung pinaka parang core values nila? Importante yun. Kasi later, align nyo yun sa mga sarili nyo, sa mga sasabihin about yourself. Ano yung mga naging clients na nila? What do their clients say about them? Ano yung mga strategies na ginagawa nila for the clients? Ganon. What is their company culture? Usually, meron na yan. Nilalagay nila sa website. Ano yung kultura ng company nila? And the most important thing about that is bakit mo kailangan mag-research? You need to align yourself with them. Why? Because remember, diba, seduction is knowing what a person's need and desire is and filling it in a way it's never been met before. What are these Amazon sellers' desires? Ano ba yung gusto nila? Ano yung hinahanap nila sa isang VA? So, ano ba yun usually mga hinahanap niyan, Mars?
Usually, mga hinahanap nila is someone who can really guide them through product research, sourcing ng suppliers, hanggang sa ma-launch yung product. Kasi, to be honest, kaya naman nila, but it's time-consuming. Like yung market research pa lang, competitor analysis. Saka, yun nga, maraming preparation sa back-end. So, they want someone who already knows the ins and outs, yung proseso ba? Kung paano ilalatag.
Usually, paano ba naghahanap ng mga to? Sila yung VA yung naghahanap ng seller, tapos mag-reach out siya, o yung seller mag-i-interview?
Pero karamihan ng mga ASVA, they join platforms like Online Jobs PH, Upwork, and Free Up. Tapos, sila yung magpapasa, tapos babalikan sila. Meron din namang times na, since nandun yung profile nila sa mga platform na yon, ang nagre-reach out sa kanila is yung mga Amazon seller. Kasi we also teach them how to optimize their profile sa mga platforms na yon. So, two-way. Pero mas marami yung outreach talaga kaysa sa inbound.
Alright. Okay, thank you for that information. Just. May ganun yun, parang call center. Thank you for that information, Just. Galing din ako kasing call center. So actually, marami na ako experience talaga. Nag-networking ako, nag-call center ako, nagnegosyo ako. So sales and marketing, lahat ng klaseng communication, relationships, lahat, freelancing, nadaanan ko na lahat yan. So, parang nakita ko na lahat ng mga scenario na to. And ako din, yun nga, share ko experience ko in my own job interview. So, I research. Kung may mga videos yan, mas maganda. Kasi nakikita ko paano nagsasalita yung owner, ano yung personality niya. Kasi
Mars, I
later
have a
on,
question. Kasi, usually, sorry to interrupt you, kasi usually sa Online Jobs PH, in my previous experience pero not sure lang kung yung iba naglalagay ng profile. Yung iba kasi, hindi naglalagay ng profile. Like, di ba pag sa Upwork, parang ilalagay lang nila yung job description na ito yung kailangan ko.
Walang company name.
As in yung name lang nila na generic. Paano kaya yun?
No problem. Pag ganon, ang i-research nyo, hindi na actually not research pero make sure that talagang kinuha nyo yung requirements. Di ba meron yan, yung requirements nila na skill? And then talagang isa-isahin mo yon. So, can you give me, Mars, mga skills na usually nilalagay yan sa requirements ng mga naghahanap ng Amazon VAs?
Usually, kailangan nila ng someone who can do product research, find winning products, who can help them find suppliers.
So, parang kasi pag sa sales, usually yung mga skills na hinahanap dyan is yung sourcing out, knowing kung ano yung research skills din actually dyan yung knowing what a winning product would be, knowing what your competitors have.
Skills.
Analytical. Okay, ganito line. If you don't have any experience, and if you don't have anything about the company that you can research about, just use whatever yung meron silang sinabi sa requirements nila, and then look back into your own past experiences kahit hindi related kahit hindi related sa freelancing or sa Amazon, na you were able to display these characteristics. So, pigain mo, ano yung characteristic na kailangan nila dito. Let's say, looking for a product. Diba? Wala ka pang experience in sales before, but what characteristics of a person, what characteristics does a person have in order to be able to source and look for winning products? Yun yung meron ka analytical mind, matyaga ka mag-research, magaling ka mag-compare, magaling ka mag-analyze. Right? Sabi ko na nga analytical mind. Paulit-ulit.
Para may highlight.
Para may emphasis, analytical ako. Alright? Now, line. So, write it down. So, for example, yung unang criteria, product research. Write down, ano yung mga characteristics behind that. That's what I did. Kasi, my first job interview din for an agency, kinabahan ako kasi ang laki ng sweldo and then wala akong experience. FB ad copy.
Pero in-applyan mo.
In-applyan ko, Mars, kasi grabing push sa akin ng mentor ko. Oo, in-applyan ko. Sabi ko, wala namang mawawala eh.
True.
So, ginawa ko, nag-research ako, ganun-ganun. Tapos, ganun yung ginawa ko. Kasi ang experience ko lang before was a VA writer ako for real estate. So, ang layo, di ba? I was working there for 9 years. Pero I was able to become a manager. So, ngayon, tiningnan ko yung requirements niya sa job. Na, team player. Tapos, kasi ikaw yung parang kakausap sa clients. Ikaw yung magtuturo sa clients na ito dapat yung copy nyo. Ito dapat yung ayusin natin. So, piniga ko ngayon, ano yung characteristics na kailangan para sa ganun. Tapos, kinompare ko siya, kinonnect ko siya sa kung ano na yung meron ako experience before. So, being a team manager for writers, ang ginagawa ko nun was to recommend to my writers, ito yung dapat yung isulat para sa client. Ito yung mga nag-work based on my research on what worked and what did not. Mahilig ako mag-test, ano yung mga nag-work na articles, ano yung hindi. So, ganun din, di ba, in sourcing products, it's sometimes a matter of testing. So, connect mo siya. So, for example, ako, nag-apply akong Amazon VA. Ganun yung ginawa ko sa mga previous jobs. I just connected it na I was able to ganito-ganyan from my previous jobs.
Actually,
So,
Mars, tutulungan na kita. Kasi sa ASVA
Sige.
Masterclass nga, meron silang mga assignments doon. Like, per module, let's say, product research yung module, may mga assignments na gagawin ka para ma-practice mo yung module na yon. So basically, mapa-practice talaga nila yon. So bibigyan din sila ng criteria. Bibigyan din sila ng kung ano dapat yung yung tips and guidelines, kung ano yung okay, mga what to stay away from na product.
Ayun pala.
So actually, they can use those ammunition to inform the client na, hey, I don't have experience, but ito yung alam ko. Ito yung na-practice ko. Being an intern of a 7-figure Amazon seller. Kasi 7-figure si Coach Blish eh.
Yun naman pala eh. Nag-intern na kayo. You can always say that. And then, more importantly, so identify what skill you learned from that. And then what result you were able to generate. It's not enough that you have the skill. Di ba ang sabi ni Line was, paano ako mag-stand out sa dami ng aspects? Turo ko na yan. This is how you stand out. Sometimes you just say kasi what you can do. But in order for you to stand out, you have to tell them what you can do for them to earn. Kasi yun naman yung bottom line.
Tama.
Diba? All these clients want to earn. What results can you give them based on your skills that will directly affect their bottom line? So for example, balik ako dun sa experience ko. I was able to test these articles and then find out what worked and what did not. And therefore, I was able to teach the writers in my team that these are the things that worked and things that did not. And it was able to rank the customers' websites higher on Google. And because of the higher ranking, they were able to get more leads into their pipeline, more calls, more customers. So you can tweak that based on your own experiences line. You know, yung ASVA training mo, ang dami na pala. Like, ano yung natutunan mo doon? And paano mo siya nagamit? Actually, interviewers and clients and employers, tinitingnan nila kasi it's so easy to claim that you have this skill. But you have to prove to them, you have to be authentic. So, tip number 2, you have to be authentic. You have to align it to what your actual experiences were before that you were able to produce this actual result. So, kunyari, let's say, yun nga, pagiging analytical. Kunyari, wala ka pa talagang job experience, fresh grad
Fresh.
from college. Parang fresh na bagong ligo, gano'n. So, fresh na fresh. Ano yung mga na-experience mo nung college that you were able to apply being analytical and you were actually commended for it? Yun yung mas importante.
True.
Were you able to get commendations for something that you did before? Diba? Na someone actually recognized you for it. For example, gumawa kami ng thesis about this and then I analyzed yung ganito and then ganito yung naging resulta. So, pwede even, kunyari fresh grad ka from college, basta you parang pipigain mo muna ano yung gusto nilang characteristic doon. Nagsosource ng product. Okay, dapat analytical, magaling mag-research. Number 2, magaling mag-research. Okay, I believe that I can help your company source great materials because part of sourcing is being a good researcher. And in fact, so maging confident ka lang. In fact, when I was in college, during our thesis days, huwag yun masyado pahabain na. Direct to the point lang. I was able to research about this particular topic and my professor gave me a high grade for it. Ganon. So, tell them what your skill was na connected sa previous experience mo. Tell them what you learned from it and your process, how you did it. And then number 3, tell them the results. Or kung walang results, commendation that you got because of that skill that you have. If team player ang kailangan, were you playing in a varsity team before?
Exactly.
Diba? How did you show
extracurricular?
Extracurricular. Okay. So, dyan na ngayon, lalabas yung pagkabibo mo nung college. Kung ikaw ay lagi nagka-cutting classes nung college, ibang usapan na yun. Hanap ka na naman ng ibang experience, you know. You know, kaya guys, walang tapon. Kahit anong experience nyo, walang tapon. If you can relate and align that to what the requirements are, just analyze the requirements, guys. Huwag kayong matakot na kailangan college grad, ganyan. No. All of these requirements have something in them na merong certain characteristics yan na hinahanap. Na hindi mo minsan kailangan. Actually, daig ng teachable and may characteristics na gusto kesa dun sa may experience. Diba? Kasi ako, I got the job. I got that first job I applied for in the agency.
Wow.
Na wala ko experience. I just aligned it. I aligned everything he needed based sa requirements niya with what my experiences were before and what the results I generated for my previous clients, even if it was not related to what I was applying for. Kasi ang hinahanap doon, characteristics, ugali. Why should I hire you in my team? Anong meron ka na pwede mong i-improve yung business mo? Hindi lang yan certificates. Kasi, you know what, Nikki B? Sometimes kasi we rely so much on certificates.
Exactly.
We rely so much on our diploma. We rely so much on trainings, di ba? Tapos ilalagay natin yan sa wall natin. That's not what gets the job. What gets the job is if napatunayan nyo sa interviewer or sa client yung value na kaya nyo ibigay sa kanya.
Exactly.
Seduction gets the job.
Yes. Alam mo, ang galing lang, Mars. Kasi ngayon nasasabi mo yan, in my previous vlog nga sinabi ko nun, shinare ko nun kung paano ko nakuha yung current client ko ngayon for 2 years na. Tinanong niya sa akin kasi may i-interviewin pa dapat siya. Ako yung una niyang in-interview, then may i-interviewin siyang mas experience. Then tinanong niya ako bakit ako daw yung pipiliin niya. Oh my God, wala akong experience. Tapos 6 weeks na nun, wala. Rejected din ng mga applications ko. So, pero by that time, yung manhid ka na, sinabi ko sa kanya na yes, I don't have experience. Pero sinabi ko kasi nasa supplements nga siya. And sabi ko na binida ko yung pagiging nursing graduate ko, na kaya ko siyang tulungan sa product formulation kasi I'm very much familiar with how those ingredients work. Saka I can do research on what to pair and what not to pair. Di ba, may mga ingredients na
tama.
Hindi dapat pinagsasama-sama and all. So sabi ko, I'm adept with that. I'm knowledgeable with those technicalities. So sabi ko pa, nasabi niya kasi doon na he wants to grow his team daw. So, alam mo, hindi ko pa alam yung sinasabi mo, pero feeling ko, nagamit ko siya before. Nasabi ko, and you mentioned na you wanna grow your team. Great! Because I have experience in the human resources industry, in the IPPO industry. And in 3 years, I was promoted as the assistant manager, supervisor, assistant manager. So I can train people, I can lay down SOPs, and mga ganun, pak. So, everyone grow your team. I can help you with that. So parang, sabi ko
Do you want me?
yun nga, so sabi ko. So parang, naano ko sa kanya, napakita ko yung value ko as a whole. So parang nawala na yung spotlight sa kawalan ko ng experience as an Amazon VA. But I was able to package myself na, well, I mean, aminin natin, it's just a matter of time before you get to practice and have experience on the actual skills. But when you have that kind of attitude, di ba, and behavior, mas aanuhin ng client yun eh. Mas pangmatagalan yun. Yung skills, matututunan yan eh. Pero yung attitude, yun ang mas magpe-prevail when they have to. Kaya, galing lang, Mars.
Oo, biruin mo, nagagamit mo na siya noon. And in fact, totoo yun eh. Skills is just like 20%. Kasi every single company can train you. Like what the second agency I applied for naman. Ano naman to? E-commerce naman, email marketing. I was honest. So guys, be honest, be authentic. Sabi ko, when they asked me about my experience about the technical side, sabi ko, I don't have any experience about it. But you know how you can turn that around? Huwag kang titigil sa I don't have experience. Sabihin mo, ano yung mga experience mo before na wala kang experience but you were able to learn something. Ganun ang ginawa ko. So sabi ko, I don't have experience with this particular software or with handling the technical aspects of this, but you know what? When I started out as a writer VA for real estate agents, my boss didn't train me and I had to do everything from scratch. I had to research. And after 9 years, I was promoted as a writing manager. Again, I was not trained with that, but I made my own modules. I made my own training materials. I made my own key performance indicators, and I was able to train my own team without any experience. So I can bring that to your company. Even if I don't have experience with tech, I know that I can learn that right away because I'm a very fast learner. I'm a very good researcher, and I'm not afraid to ask questions if I have to. Pack! I thank you.
2020.
I thank you.
Napakaganda, Mars. OMG. Kung nakikinig ka man ito, at sana nakikinig ka talaga dahil question mo ito. I hope,
yes, line.
I hope makatulong talaga to sa'yo sa mga next mong interviews dahil ang dami mo nang balas eh.
Connect nyo lang. You know, you don't have to have experience. You just have to have you have to have parang the knowledge how to connect what they need to what you already have. And what you already have is your previous experiences. It doesn't have to be connected. Pero yun nga, extract mo ano yung ugali na kailangan nila. What are the characteristics that they need? Not the skill set. Huwag kayo mag-focus sa skill set, guys, because it can be trained. Mag-focus kayo sa character. So, most employees hire for character. Ayaw nila ng mayayabang. Also, huwag kayo mayabang. Kahit marami na kayo na paresulta, be humble. Humble in the way you deliver yourself. Tapos siguro add ko lang doon sa shinare mo, Mars, Nikki, na sabi mo, nurse ako, so I know how to extract chorva. I know how to, ano yung mga timpla-timpla ng gamot. I know how to make that even sexier and more seductive.
Sige nga, paano?
O, ganito.